Hey guys, so it is officially time for my China travel vlog to start. Today is Wednesday, July 13th. Tomorrow is my birthday. Gonna be 26. And I wrote a blog post about that today. If you guys missed it, it was about eye creams and turning 26. So check it out. So I still have not packed. My husband has not packed. And I'm about to go to the gym, and every fiber of my being wants to stay home and not go to the gym, but I'm doing a game on challenge with my girlfriends, and I know if I don't go, I am going to regret it, and my teammate will maybe kill me. So I'm about to go to the gym, get my workout on, come back, pack for China. Talk to you guys later. Bye. So this is our apartment that we stayed in while we were in Beijing. It was just a studio apartment, but it was really nice because it actually had a separate bathroom with a real toilet, which I was super excited about, so that was really nice. And the place was nice. It was big enough for what we really needed. There was a desk if we needed to put our laptop on there, a bed big enough for the two of us, a small kitchen if you really needed to cook anything, which we didn't the entire time. And it also had a balcony, which was really nice. And it was in a really safe and secure neighborhood, so that was one thing that we were really, really happy about. So it definitely fulfilled our purposes for our trip to Beijing. And here we are, still waiting to go into Tiananmen Square. There were so many people there, it was insane. Once we were finally able to get into Tiananmen Square, it was so amazing. I mean, the scale of the place is just seriously insane. Like, it is so big. There are so many different buildings, and the traditional Chinese architecture is just incredible. It was the most amazing thing. Then what we did after, like kind of at the end of the Tiananmen Square, you kind of walk through these big archways, and then you just really get a sense of, like, seriously how much work went into building a palace of this size. I mean, this is where the emperor lived. This is where the royal family spent their whole lives, was in this like huge palace. So it was just really cool to be able to experience it. And you know, we took so many pictures and just really tried to spend the whole day there and just sync up all the information. So it was really, really neat. And then after you kind of get done with the square, at the very end, you get to go to the Royal Imperial Gardens, and there was just all these really old trees, and it just was really quaint and calming, and it was just a really, really, really beautiful experience. I don't know if I will ever really experience something like this again. It was just incredible. Definitely a bucket list item for me, and it was just so beautiful. After the gate gallery, we went to the Ming tombs, and this was a really incredible place to see. This is where the old emperors from Chinese history are buried, and each one has their own tomb, and you kind of walk through like this big area, and it's a place where they have all these ceremonies on how they bury their dead, and you walk through all these different buildings and archways, and at the very end there's a mound, and that's where the emperor is built. And we got to learn a lot about feng shui and how it relates to yin and yang and the difference between men and women, and it's just kind of explains the flow of energy between men and women in the universe, and it was just a really incredible experience. See, here our tour guide Cindy was telling all of us how women should step over the archways in the doorways and how men should step over, and it was just so interesting, and it was so beautiful. It was just a really, really great experience. Cindy was an amazing tour guide. She was super knowledgeable, and just being able to be in this place with all this beautiful traditional Chinese architecture and not very many people was really, really incredible. I really enjoyed it. After the Ming tombs, we went to the Great Wall of China, and the section of the Great Wall we went to was the Mu Qianyu section, and it's actually the best restored and the longest section of the Great Wall, and it has 22 watchtowers, and the way to get up to it, you actually had to either walk 3 kilometers or take a like little ski lift up to the top. So we took the ski lift, of course, and then just got to experience the view of the Great Wall from the top. It was so amazing, and climbing that thing is no joke. Like, I don't know how warriors did that in full suits of armor. all day, every day. I mean, it was insane. We were so sweaty and out of breath by the time we got to the top, but the experience was absolutely incredible. Definitely a once-in-a-lifetime experience and a bucket list item for me. For our last stop on the tour, we actually got to go to a traditional Chinese tea house with our group, and we got to have a tea ceremony and taste 4 or 5 different types of Chinese tea like jasmine, and we got to taste this really fruity tea that was made out of different dried fruits, and it was just really, really cool. We also got to experience pure tea, which you see here. That's pure tea, and it's actually a really old and really rare form of tea, and it's super freaking expensive. Like, it's insanely expensive, but it's supposed to be really, really good for you and help reduce signs of aging. So I don't know, we tried it and it tasted kind of like rabbit feed to me, but I don't know, who knows. So yeah, and there was a bunch of different types of teas there we could buy and tea sets, and it was just a really, really nice way to end a day full of hiking and sightseeing and hanging out with a new group of people that we met. Our group is actually from Colombia, so that was really neat to just kind of meet some new people and experience these areas of China that we were really excited to see. That evening, after we took a little nap, we decided to go check out the Hutong, which is an area in Beijing. There's actually 2 of them, and it's just basically like these small, narrow streets with a lot of street vendors. Really, really amazing food, super cheap shopping experience. Like, that was actually where we had the roasted duck, so oh my god, it was so amazing, and a really awesome way to see just like traditional China, not tourist China, just the traditional side of China. So it was super cool. So we are currently in Beijing. My husband is staring at me right now because I'm vlogging and he thinks it's really weird, but whatever. So we're in Beijing. This is our last day. We leave tomorrow to take a train to Shanghai, and I just want to give you guys an update on stuff we've been doing and what I've bought so far. So yesterday we went to Tiananmen Square and the Forbidden City and the Hutongs, which are like these little windy small streets where there's a lot of street vendors and whatnot, and I got a couple of bracelets there. And then today we went to the Great Wall of China and the Ming tombs, and we went to this really cool jade shop where we got to see how jade jewelry is made and carved, and we got to buy some authentic jade pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I bought. So here is everything that I bought, mostly jewelry, as you can see. So these right here were something from the street vendors in the Hutongs, and it's just a bangle that I thought was really pretty and I thought I'd get for my friend, and it was only 10 Chinese yen, so super cheap. That's like $1.50 in American dollars, so really super cheap but really cute, and I thought this one really went well with for my friend Taryn, so I think she'll really like it. And so I got 3 of these jade bangles, and they were buy 3 get 1 free, so I got 1 for my mother-in-law, 1 for my mom, 1 for my nana, and then 1 for me, and they came in these really, really pretty gold and red pouches. And red is a really popular color in Chinese because it is a symbol for happiness and wealth, so that was really cool. And gold is also a symbol of wealth because, as we learned today, it was for a long time only worn and used by the royal family, so that was kind of cool to learn. And then this little thing over here, this is like a little massage, so you can roll it on, you know, your back, or if you're giving somebody a massage, or your calves if your calves hurt. And then on the other side is a small one for your face, so you can just take this small end and just massage your face. And it's supposed to help with blood circulation. Jade is really good with helping your blood circulation, and even with your bangles, you're supposed to wear them on the left wrist because there's a direct line to your heart on that side, and it's supposed to help increase the blood circulation. So you just rub this all over your face, little massage for your face. I thought that was kind of cool, and this is also made out of jade, so that's why I bought that. Alright guys, well that is it for what I bought so far, and like I said, tomorrow we'll be heading to Shanghai on a train, on one of the high-speed bullet trains, so I will check in with you guys when we get to Shanghai. Bye! So we took a bullet train from Beijing to Shanghai, and it was awesome because we actually got to sit first class, so that was really neat. There was hardly anyone in first class, and it was also the first time we had actually been able to see blue sky since arriving in China, and I kid you not, that was literally a breath of fresh air for me. I could never live somewhere where I could not see the sky, so I felt so much better getting to Shanghai, and I could actually see blue skies. To our apartment in Shanghai. It is so sweet and cute. I love all the details. Here we are in the bedroom. So definitely the highlight of Shanghai was getting to see the Bund, and to get to the Bund from where we stayed, we actually took the subway to the People's Square and then got out and saw that, and then we walked to the Bund, and it was actually kind of funny because we got lost during the day when we went and saw this, so we saw it twice, once in the daytime and once at night. So during the day we totally got lost and only made it there for 10 minutes at the end of the day after trying to find it literally all day long. So it was really fun, and then we got to see the Bund, and then we took a tuk-tuk ride home, which was actually, it was fun, but at the same time a little on the scary side, I'm not gonna lie, but we got there safe, and I'm pretty sure we overpaid. We paid 100 yen, which is I mean, that's just crazy. We should have given him 50 yen, but it's okay. It was an experience, and we had a really good time, so yeah. Hey guys, it's Brittany. So I am gonna do a just kind of check-in vlog about China. So it is Wednesday, July 20th. It is our last day in China. We're currently in Shanghai. We're staying at the most beautiful apartment I've ever rented on AirBnB. This place is so crazy. I'll link it down below so you guys can check it out. I definitely recommend staying with this AirBnB host if you guys ever come to Shanghai. She's got 10 properties listed. So I just want to share a few things about China that I and my husband have found really interesting. So I don't know if anyone else has had this phenomenon happen to them when they have gone to China, but we have had, I kid you not, the hardest time getting a taxi. I don't really know what it is. I've never had a problem getting a taxi, whether it's in Portland, downtown Oregon, in New York City. I've always been able to get a taxi pretty damn easy. But here in Shanghai, and even in Beijing, we just couldn't get a taxi. And I don't know if it's because we're not flagging it down right. Maybe in China you don't flag a taxi like you do in the United States. I don't know. That might be our first mistake. I'm not sure, but so yeah, that was the first thing I thought. Maybe we're not doing it right. We obviously don't know how to say taxi in Chinese, so we're just yelling out taxi and putting your arm out on the side of the road. Second thing we thought was well, maybe they just see us and think, oh, we're not gonna understand each other, so they don't even want to stop. So we have had people just look at us and keep driving. We've had people stop, and then we've told them where we want to go, or shown it on a piece of paper written in Chinese characters to make it easier, and they're like, oh, no, and so I'm so do you not go there? Do you not want to go there? Do you not know where that is? Do you not know what that says? I don't know. I'm interested to know what it is, and I was actually going to Google it and just see what it is. If other people have had the same problem. I'm not dissing or saying anything bad. I'm just curious. It's just baffling. So definitely need to do a little more research on that. If you guys have any ideas, please comment below and let me know. I would find that very helpful. So that's the first thing about China. The second thing is the pollution. It is crazy polluted in Beijing. So we were in Beijing we got in Friday night and we left Monday morning. So 2 full days and then 2 half days, 3 nights. The pollution was so intense, we never saw the sky once. Not when we went up to the Great Wall of China, which is surprisingly still Beijing, because Beijing from north to south is like 20 kilometers. So even though we went 110 kilometers north of Beijing city center, we were still in Beijing even when we were at the Great Wall of China. So I thought that was really interesting. But even at the top of the Great Wall, we still could not see the sky because the pollution was so bad. And then we took a train from Beijing down to Shanghai. Instead of flying, we thought it would be really cool just maybe see the countryside. And we did not see the sky on that train ride until we were almost to Shanghai. So that train ride was about almost 6 hours long. That's a long time to not see the sky. That's crazy. And my husband kept asking, oh, do you think you could live here in Beijing? Do you think you could live here? No, not if I can't see the sky. That's crazy. I would not be able to function. Like, I just think that's so intense. And I guess this is something that just started occurring in the last couple of decades, like with just overpopulation of the cities and whatnot. So that was really interesting to me. Another thing is that the food here, like, we have been buying some stuff that we usually buy in America, and I'm gonna actually show you, but it is so much tastier here. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like manufactured with less additives. I have no idea, but just for example, these are the nacho cheese Doritos, and in China they're actually called nacho cheesy-er. Excuse me. But these actually have more of like a corn taste to them, so they taste much more natural, much less cheesy powdery than the ones in the United States. They actually say on the back, excellent good taste, have you tried yet? Like, it's just so funny. But they're so good, they're so much better, and so I have been eating these nonstop since we've been here. Another thing that I have been eating, so these banana chips are actually from the Philippines, and these are so good. Like, you can get these in the United States, and the only ingredient is bananas, coconut oil, and sugar, and these are so tasty. So good. I have always been like kind of weird about banana flavored things, but these are really good. So these banana chips, and I have no idea what brand this is because it's either in Chinese or in Filipino. I have no idea, but really good. And then the other thing is Pocky. So Pocky you can obviously buy in the United States. I've never seen this Pocky in the United States. This one is chocolate sticks with chocolate on it. I've never seen this one in the United States. I've only ever seen this Pocky. But usually this is like, gosh, I don't know. Maybe you can get it for $2.50 at like an Asian store or something, but usually more like $3 or $4. This was less than $1. This was 6 yen, which is like 90 or 95 cents. So yeah, I definitely got a couple of these. I got some of these. They're just really good. And then also, like, the last thing is the Ricola. So, you know, you can get Ricola in the United States. These are like just little packets of Ricola, and with the pollution, we just really wanted something in our throat because my throat has been really scratchy. And this is Forest Blossom, and this is the original herb. And these are so much better here in China than in the United States. Like, I don't know what it is, but these are just way better here. They're really yummy. I usually don't like these, but here, these are actually really good. So, and they're both sugar-free, which is kind of cool. So yeah, Ricola in China, way better than Ricola in the United States. Same with Pocky, same with Doritos. Love it. So yeah, just enjoying our last day. We're going to go out to the Bund again today and see the sights from the top of the Pearl Tower. Hopefully we'll get to go to the rooftop bar at the, what's it called? Hilton? Hilton? We're gonna do that. We'll take a bunch of pictures, have some drinks,